Hi everyone. So we are almost getting to the end of the lecture series under percentages 2. Under this video, we'll be talking about custom duty, as I promised you in a previous lecture. What is custom duty? Is anyone having an idea, anything in mind about custom duty? Before I tell you what it is. Okay, so you see, we are actually talking about taxes, right? One common tax we spoke about is income tax, tax charged on income. What is income? What is income? Is it that all the students have left the classroom and I'm speaking to the walls?
Income is the total earnings of an individual.
I couldn't hear you, sir.
It's the total earnings of an individual.
Yeah, your salary. Yeah, after work done, your wage or salary. Okay. So yeah, so that salary, that tax that is charged on it is what we call income tax. In fact, this topic will teach you some other tax you may not be familiar with, but they charge you indirectly. So one is custom duty. So custom duty is a kind of tax that is charged on goods that are entering or leaving the country. Any goods that leaves the country, you pay a tax. If it's entering the country, you pay a tax. In Ghana, what are some of the things you think we ship to the state? Yes,
Cocoa.
gold, cocoa. So you produce them within, right? If you're shipping it, you pay a tax. Mm. And then if you also buy product or goods and from elsewhere and it's entering the country, you pay a tax, okay? So that tax is what we call what? Custom duty. Please, you understand? No one will ask you to define, but you must know. Is patience around today? Do you have patience in the classroom? Yeah. So patience, you heard me.
Yes, sir.
Mm. So you know what custom duty is. Evelyn, what is custom duty? Evelyn, I'm asking a question. Oh. Prince, what is custom duty?
It's a tax charge on goods leaving the country.
Leaving the country alone. Is that what I said?
It's the tax charged on imports and exports.
Yeah, goods that are imported or exported into the country. To the country. Okay, so right. I've seen your updated list, madam. So that is it. Now we have two types of custom duty. Two types. So the first one we call that ad valorem. Okay. And the second type is called
Yeah, please aid you what?
ad valorem. VALOREM. You got it? The next one is FOB. Charges. So it's another type of custom duty. FOB stand for freight on board. Yeah, so the cost for getting freight on board. So I'll explain. I'll pick that one after the other. It's very funny, you know. Anything that seems to enter the country will get into the country through air or by land, or through air or yeah, by land or by sea. It's funny, right? When I talk about by land, I mean, you know, Nigeria is a close African country to Ghana, right? You can someone can move from Nigeria to Ghana through road. Oh. When you go to Circle, there are buses there. You know, right? Do you guys know? There are buses from there that goes to Nigeria. Yeah. Evelyn, where were you then? Are you one of the students you mentioned were not around? Eve, where were you then? Or you were in Ghana? If you're talking, I barely hear you. I'm talking to you, so talk to me.
South Africa.
South Africa. No, I don't think South Africa. I can go there by road. Or people go by road. Were you transporting by road or by flight? Is she there? Someone should lift her and come and put her in front of the laptop. So I mean, I can hear her. She's talking to herself. Were you moving by car or by flight?
By plane.
What did she say?
By
Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, South Africa, I have not heard of people moving by car. It's possible, but yeah. Yeah, so you see Nigeria by road, right? And you can also use by flight, okay? Have you wondered if you go to Nigeria and you go and buy something there and you're entering Ghana, do you know what happens? They will search you. They will search you. You don't just enter the country like that. Oh. When you get to the border, they stop you. They will search you, they will get you to remove your stuff. So it happens there. So when they search your stuff and they see any new thing, do you know what happened? They'll ask you to pay some money to the government. It's duty. Yeah. Unless you hide it. That one they will still find it. They ask you to pay some money before you can enter Ghana. So if you don't know, I'm telling you, they like doing that. Number two, so I've spoken about land, right? Another way something can enter into the country is by sea. If you are using the sea, that means you use a ship. The ship, they arrive at the port. When they arrive at the port, like for instance, if it's a car or a refrigerator or whatever, when they arrive at the port, the customs, those officials, the custom officials. So today, if you hear customs, right, they are the borders, right? The customs, they will transport the thing from the ship into their yard. Right? Then you be asked to come over. They will ask you to pay duty on each single thing you brought in the country. Yeah, before they can allow you to get your vehicle into the country. It happens. Personally, I've been a testimony to that. I shipped the car from US to Ghana. Yeah, it was put in a ship. I monitored the ship until it arrived. When it arrived, they removed the car. It was in a container. It was about 3 cars in that container. They removed the car, offloaded it into their yard. You get to the yard, you see your car. You see the car there, but you can't take it away. Yes, you pay duty on the car. It's what? Tax, right? Duty means tax. You are knowing it today, isn't it? You pay duty. If you don't pay, they will not allow you to take the car. Yes, so you pay duty before you can move the car. You pay it at the bank. So that's one. Another is also by air. And do you know the funny thing? When the car is coming, you think you have space in the car, you can put stuff in the car. Oh, let me buy a laptop, put it inside. Every single thing in it. When the car comes, they will search everywhere, the engine, every area, to see if something is hidden there. Anything there, you have to declare it. In fact, before the car will land in Ghana, you have to declare that the car that is coming, these are the products in the car. These are the products in the car. When they come, you pay duty. Some people are fond of smuggling stuff in their car. They will not declare it. Okay. If you don't declare it, okay. If you don't declare it and then they don't find it, you are good to go. But if they find it, they will seize it. So imagine if it was a phone or a laptop, you would try to hide it and you didn't declare it was found, they will seize it. It become the property of the country. Yeah. If you need it, you have to pay more, you know. They've done the system in a way that you pay exorbitant fees on it for failing to declare. So my people, that is it all. And you know, we don't like paying duty because taxes, those duties normally are exorbitant, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Another one is when you are also coming by air. Do you know that you are a Ghanaian, all right? But when you travel anywhere into any part of the country and you get to Kotoka, after you've landed and then you've gone through border control, they've checked your passport and stamped in your passport that you've arrived in Kotoka. And those of you who've been to the airport before, at arrival, before you come out at the gate, you see some people sitting there. The way they are annoying, they are just sitting at the entrance. They are in uniforms. They will stop you. Then they will ask you to open your bag. Yeah. Do you know what people do? The moment we land, we start to frown. You frown. You don't give them any smiley. Frown. You squeeze your face like that. That one they will not stop you. But if you are all smiling, oh, they will stop you and open your bag. I remember when I left for Dubai for holidays and I came back. Yeah, they stopped me. Yeah. They stopped me at the entrance. They opened my bag and then they saw perfumes and all of that. And I told them the perfumes, I got it from Ghana before leaving. And that was the truth. So what is the sense mean to you? So I didn't pay any penny. But that's what they do. So they'll stop you. You see? So what is happening? No matter where you pass, whatever you are bringing from elsewhere, okay, before it will enter into the country, what do you pay? Duty. So that's custom duty. So when you are bringing in, importing, when you are taking out, exporting, goods entering and leaving the country, you pay a custom duty. Do you understand that? So we have two types of custom duties we're talking about today. So the first one is ad valorem. Okay, so let me start with that. So the ad valorem is normally calculated as a rate of the CIF value. Ad valorem. So that's the first one. That's a common one you mostly see, ad valorem. Well, I may not have pronounced it properly because it's not my jurisdiction. But yeah, that's how it is. So normally, this is calculated as the rate. Okay. So if you see X%, you know what it means, right? The rate, isn't it? As a rate of the CIF value. I'll explain. Of the CIF value. Theophilus, are you paying attention?
Yes.
Yes. Where, okay, let me write it in. Where C I and F stand for. It's very easy. The cost of goods. So the C stand for cost of goods, right? I stand for insurance. And F stand for what? Freight. Okay. Let me use the word respectively. When you are done writing, let me know, then I'll explain. It's very practical. If you are done writing, let me know. Are you done?
Yes,
No.
sir.
Someone said no.
Hey, we are done.
Okay. So in Ghana, okay, they have their own duty rate. So let's say the duty is 10%. The rate is 10%. It's if they say 10% AD valorem, okay, then what the valorem, then Grace, what they are saying is that it's 10% of the CIF value. It happens normally with imported goods. A typical one I know of is, I mean, auto shipment, because that's what I've experienced. Okay. So when you ship a car to Ghana, before they calculate for the duty, okay, they try to identify the cost of the vehicle. So cost of goods. In this case, it's a car, right? So cost of car, right? Is the English proper? Okay. Please, are you listening? So let's say the car, you bought it for, let's say $2,002. Please, are you listening?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
giving you real time example. Here, some cars like with 2,000 or like 3,000, you can get a car. So I bought a car. Mostly the cars we've been shipping to Ghana are salvage cars. When I say salvage cars, cars that have been involved in an accident, like minor accident, we repairing cars in Ghana is very cheap. Here in the States, it's expensive. So someone's car was involved in an accident, okay? And the person, car was written off by the insurance company. When I say written off, the insurance company saw that the car, if they decide to repair, it's going to be expensive. So they want to rubbish it. They will buy a brand new car for the person. When they rubbish it, now the level we've gotten to, they've seen that accident cars, people like them, Africa especially. So when they rubbish it, someone will go and buy. Yeah. So yeah, you bought a car, survey car for 3,000. Now you have to transport. If you bought a car in, let's say, I don't know how I can put things for you to understand, but wherever you bought it, you have to transport it to the harbor, right? And then, like, at the harbor, at the harbor, it will be shipped to Ghana, isn't it? Someone will come and tow the car from wherever you bought the car because it cannot move. It's accident. Even if the car can move, with the fact that is certified as salvage, you can't put it on the road. Yeah, it's not like Ghana. You see, so you transport the car from wherever it is to the harbor. Some like a towing car will come and tow from wherever it is to the port. Then at the port, they'll pack it into a ship to Ghana. I would mean now the I mean the cost for inland transport. When I say inland transport, moving from towing from wherever it is to the harbor. Please, are you listening to me? That's why it's inland. So the cost for inland transport and then like shipment, like shipping, loading to the ship, then transporting to Ghana is not free or is free. Evelyn, is it free? If you put it in the ship and you are bringing to Ghana, do you think it will be free? Is Evelyn there? Is she there? It's not free. It can cost you like 1,003. So if you see freight, I believe you all understand freight, right? So freight represents what? The transportation. So it includes inland transport, towing to the port, then also like sea transport. I mean, shipping it from wherever, let's say Canada, shipping it from like the Canadian seaport to Ghana. When you are shipping to Ghana, what are the harbors in Ghana? So we have Tema Harbor, right? So shipping it to Tema Harbor or Takoradi Harbor. Is there any other harbor I don't know of? I think it's just there is one.
No, it's just
Where?
it's the Takrady Abo and the Tema Abo, that's all.
Yeah. So shipping from normally when you're even shipping, they will ask you to choose where do you want to ship it to. So if it's Takrady, you state. If it's Tema, you stay, right? So do you understand freight? Prince, do you understand freight? Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean ship like transporting with ship. Even if you are using a train to transport it, yep, or flight. The common if you are very rich enough and you want to put it in a flight, it's also a cargo plane, right? That's freight. So you have to read the question to understand. I just want you to be able to envision the situation. So I bought a car, shipping from wherever I bought it to the port. That transportation, it's included in freight. At the port, it will be put in a ship. That that cost for transporting via ship. It's also what included in freight. Then insurance. Guys, if you are buying a car from anywhere, I don't know about fridges and stuff. I'm here to find out. But for cars, okay, for cars, or even if you want to ship a helicopter, okay, or yeah, like machines and stuff, you have to insure it. Yeah, you have to insure it. So insurance. Who can tell me the need? Why do people insure their homes? Let's start from there. Why will someone, build a house and then make an insurance on the house? Why? Frank, why?
Okay, so that the insurance company can intervene on their behalf in terms of accidents.
Good. In terms of accident, they'll buy the house or rebuild it for you. So the same thing applies to when you are shipping anything. That one is mandatory. You are shipping anything, they will expect you to do like pay for insurance. That dedicated insurance is there. So but you have to pay. Why do you think so? You bought a car, it's being shipped to Ghana, and you are forced to pay for insurance. Why? Why? Theophilus, why?
Maybe when there's an accident, when they are transporting it to the sea, to Ghana.
Accident.
So, like maybe the car gets like thrown inside the water
Good.
or something.
When if the ship, sinks, so any kind of accident, yeah. So you are right with the accident, but I just wanted you to make it practical so we understand. Let's say the ship sinks, or the ship, yeah, of course, sinks. If it crashes an iceberg, right, it will still sink, right? So insurance. It's mandatory. So have you seen the CIF here? So then for AD Valorem is the rate, the tax rate, okay, is the rate of the CIF value. So know the C, the I, and the F. When you know them, when you add them, that becomes the CIF value. So this will be 4,006. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Okay.
It's 4,006, right?
So,
Yeah, it's 4,006. So 4,006 is the CIF value. Remember, the question will tell you the cost of the car. The question will narrate all of these things to you. Add them and you get your CIF value. So in case they ask you to calculate for the custom duty on this car, you just custom duty on this car, and in a narration they said the rate is 10% AD valorem. Oh, that is simple. You just write custom duty. Remember they said 10% AD valorem. Because of the AD valorem, that's why I went to fetch for the cost of the car, freight and insurance, and I did what? Added them. Please understand, because of the word AD valorem, be smart. So they said AD valorem. So that, to calculate for the custom duty is what? 10 over 100 of the CIF what? Value, isn't it? That's a formula. X percent. You let me make it like that. It's X, right? Percent of that. So X is 10 over 100 times CIF value. You've calculated that to be what? 4,006, right? Dollars. So questions like this, what would you do? You have to start by calculating the CIF value first. Yeah, before you start to solve. What's that? I think it's $460. I don't know if I'm correct. I'm sure. Yeah. So that is it. This is a custom duty. Please, you understand? It's very simple, trust me. Hannah, do you understand?
yes, sir.
Patience, how about you?
Yes, sir.
Frank,
Yes, please.
Prince,
Yes, sir.
Grace,
Yes, sir.
Theophilus, do you understand? Theophilus,
Yes.
do you understand?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yes.
How about Evelyn? Evelyn, do you understand?
She's talking.
I guess she understands.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have any question, ask me. I'm talking about FOB charges. So the second one is freight on board charges, right? So the word you understand, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, freight on board. So I just told you that we have two types of custom duties. So you have to read the question. They will tell you that, oh, is the rate of the freight on board charges. In that case, just look at the cost for getting the freight on board. And I believe you understand, right? So the cost for shipment. And I told you freight doesn't just include sea transport. It encompasses any land transport, sea or air. Please understand. So just find the rate of the FOB charges, freight on board charges. They will tell you the cost for getting the freight on board. Maybe they can divide it. Land was this, that, but you know it, right? So you add it, then you find the rate of it, and you are good to go. This is also easy, right? Mhm. So I have a question for you. Okay, so this is yours. So illustrative example. A car was bought in USA. For $2,106.98. The freight, you will do this yourself. The freight charges to Guaneria were 225.86, and the insurance cost $20. What was the total CIF value of the car? That's the first question. Now it continues. The import
20. Also,
duty
$50.
on cars is 30% ad valorem. What is the duty on this car? Okay, this is yours. I'm gonna pause the lecture and give you some time to do it. Okay, so let's do it and then we compare the answers. So you are told the car was bought in US for 2,106.98. And the freight charged to Guaneria, meaning the car was shipped from US to Guaneria, right? The freight cost was 225. It's cheap. And the insurance is $20. What was the total CIF value of the car? How did you do that? How did you calculate for the CIF filing? That's the first question. Okay, just tell me those values. Just tell me.
Right.
2106 $98
Mhm.
plus 225.86
Mm-hmm.
then $20.
Plus 20.
Yes.
Yeah. So altogether,
2352.84.
so this becomes the CIF value. Now they said the import duty on car is 30% AD value. What is the duty on this car? So duty, yes, duty will be equal to what?
X%
Mm-hmm.
times CIF.
Times CIF value. So that'll be 30.
30
Mm-hmm.
over 100
Yeah. Go on.
times the CIF.
Which is,
2352.84.
what's the final?
$705.852. Ghana.
7.
705.852.
0.85.
Yes.
So what?
852. 852.
So 85 is fine. So this is it. If you're using the old type textbook, go and correct it. So the answer that is wrong. Yeah, so you go and correct it. So I'll send you a sample one, then you try your hands on it. So that is it about custom duty. Yeah. For freight on board charges, if I tell you the cost for freight is this, and I'm telling you the duty is so and so FOB value, just use the rate and multiply it to the cost for getting the freight on board. It's easy, right? I'll try and look for a sample question and send it to you. So in our next meeting, we'll do VAT, value added tax, then we'll do NHI or National Health Insurance Levy. Then I think we'll still have to touch on insurance. Then we'll touch on household bills. These are the few things that is left. Do you have any question?
No, sir.
Unless you want me to start touching on VAT right now, I can do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll give you a question on this. Okay, so let's talk about VAT. So remember, the category we find ourselves in, we are just talking about tax. Please, are you with me? Tax. Oh, but before I move on, there is this kind of tax that is charged on locally produced goods. It's called excise.
That's called
Excise, I've written it. Excise. So it is the tax. EXCISE. The tax charged.
the XR.
EXCISE. Excise.
You look like you.
No. The tax charged on locally produced goods. So you see, the custom duty we are talking about, our concern was when the item is being shipped out of the country or inside the country. Please, you understand? Yeah. Are tax necessary? Do you think it's extortion?
Yes.
Yes to which one? Is it necessary or is extortion?
It's necessary.
It's necessary. That's what the government use for development. Okay. So, and if you work closely, we are looking at like items that are being shipped out of the country or being shipped to our country, right? Now, what about items that we make within and we use them within, like locally produced rice in Tree is called no, we call it broken rice. Like stuff we make within and eat within. No, one example is broken rice. There are other ones. The other things we make within and use within. So goods that are made within the country locally, we did it within. Okay, like chocolate. This way, chocolate drink. Okay, there is a tax. Yeah, there is tax that is imposed on goods that are made within. So even though we produce it within, we didn't ship them, we still pay a tax on it. It's called excise. Please, you understand?
Yes.
This doesn't only apply to Ghana. I'm talking about Western world. In the Western world, many of them even manufacture cars all by themselves. So once it's done within and yeah, it's used within, you will have to pay tax and it's called what? Excise. One is Kantanka. I think when you are buying Kantanka's vehicle, you'll be made to pay a tax. You see, the car is made within, right? So you are thinking that, oh, the thing I'm not shipping anywhere. I just go to the showroom at Melcom at Chimota and then buy the car. So you don't pay duty, right? But you pay tax. You pay tax. So that'll be excise.
See the content is like, everything is inside. It is.
So I did depreciation with you. The same ideology will be applied to VAT. Yeah, value added tax. That's what we are doing right now. Or in other words, what? VAT. Let me know when you are ready. Okay. So when we talk of VAT, VAT is the tax that is charged on goods and services. Is a tax that is charged on goods and services. Let me start with goods. Goods. When you go to Accra and buy groceries like tomatoes, garden eggs, that one you buy and you are able to escape it. Go and buy from Achimota, they are ShopRite. When you buy whatever, whether tomatoes or ice cream, and you go to the counter to pay, you go to the counter to pay. I've actually forgotten what goes on in Ghana. Do you know why I'm saying that? But I'll describe something here. Maybe it will be similar. Here, if you go to the mall, okay, and you see an item on the shelf, and the item is written $20, just know that you are not going to pay exactly $20 at the checkout point. You pay more. So if you have exactly $20, it will not be enough. That's what I'm saying. I've forgotten what goes on in Ghana if they like include it, like they write it for you. But whichever way it is, if you finish paying, check the sheet, the sheet they print for you, the receipt. On the receipt, you see that they will write whatever you bought.
Yes.
Someone
Yes.
call it again. Yeah,
No,
they will write whatever you bought. Let's say you bought an iron. They'll write, you see that they've written the cost of the iron there. Let's say is ions, how much are they? Let's say 200 cedis. Okay. Then you see them writing VAT. They'll write VAT. You even be lucky if they write 5 cedis. Because in the business world, they will normally write 10%. Like they'll write the rate, they'll write so and so percent. For the purpose of this lecture, you know how to use it. Please, are you listening? So in total, so VAT is what? The tax charge on goods and services. So you bought an iron, it's a goods, right? It's under goods, isn't it? So you pay 5 cedis. So in all, you are paying what? 205 Ghana cedis. Yeah. So we have spoken about goods, right? Not just iron, tomatoes, anything you buy from ShopRite, anything you pay tax. That's why people
Yes.
don't like in Ghana, they don't like buying from the malls. They'd rather buy from Dummy Market. Oh, I'm lying, eh? Look, what I'm saying is the truth. So why is it that if you want to prepare, let's say, tomato stews or palava sauce, you don't go to the shop right to go and buy your tomatoes there? Why? The boys, ask the girls, why?
It's true. You don't want to hear that, but you know, understand.
Why? It's only when you want to show off. One day you want to pass through the mall, you know. That's when even at that they'll go and buy ice cream. How many of you have gone to the mall to buy tomatoes? The girls in particular, the way they are very economical with their money. So that was it. Yeah, that was it. Because of tax, they put in quotes that it's expensive. That's what they see. But what raises the cost is the tax portion. Yeah, but it's over there is hygienical. They clean it well, and yeah, you go to the market and the house flies all over. That's what they want.
Yes.
Anyways, so yeah, but this is goods. How about services? If many of you have been through the restaurant before, but you have not paid attention to this thing I'm telling you, when you go to the restaurant, like the popular ones. Mm, not bar. I'm not talking about bars. Okay, like those big restaurants that are registered, they are regulated. Okay, like what restaurant can we talk about? Let's say Ayiwemu. Okay, Ayiwemu or Santoku. Okay, or what Accra Polo Club. Okay, and you go and buy anything over there, be it water, food. The money you pay, you are charged more. You are charged more. Yeah, you are charged more. I'm coming. Recently, oops, your this thing is running low. Yeah, you are charged more. When they print the receipt to you, you can check. You can see that the cost of the fried rice I bought and the noodles I bought should round up to like 500 cedis, but you are paying 560 cedis or something. They'll write it there. They'll write VAT there. You see, so it's a service they render to you, right? But they are charging tax. So that one is called VAT. So that kind of tax is also called what? VAT. Please either me value added tax. So guys, what happens? It's included in the cost, right? So under value added tax, you see words terminologies like basic cost, right? And then you see terminologies like let me see, VAT, the VAT rate, or yeah, yeah. I can use a word like VAT rate. Okay, the rate will be so and so percent, right? And you see something like VAT inclusive cost. I want to explain all these terminologies. So now, guys, when we talk of basic cost, look at the case with buying an iron from the mall. What happens? What is the basic cost? That's the original cost of the item. guys, Grace went to the mall to buy an iron, or on her receipt, you see 200 cedis, VAT 5 cedis. So how much do you think Grace paid in total?
205.
205. Okay. So in 205, the basic cost is what? 200 cedis. Please, are you listening to me? The VAT rate, we don't know, but that is what has been transcribed to 5 cedis. Because rate should be something percent, but that percent is what has calculated, and like they've given you the money value as 5 cedis. Please, you understand? So like, yeah, that's what so let's say the VAT rate, we don't know. Okay, because it should be something in percent. But it's the rate, the rate, the rate that is calculated on the basic cost, and it gives you the VAT. Okay. Now, if we talk about VAT inclusive cost, is the cost of the goods together with the VAT you paid. So in this case, the VAT inclusive cost will be 205. Please, you get it?
Yes, sir.
So if I give you any word problem and I tell you that this price includes the VAT, that means that it's a VAT inclusive cost. Then that means that that money value is the cost of the iron plus VAT is calculated together. Please, you understand that? Okay, so let's do some analysis here. So before I even form formulas, you take this one home. All the time, the basic cost, we did this under depreciation, right? And that's what I used to generate my formulas. So the basic cost of every item is regarded as what? In percentage, as 100%. Please understand that. It's regarded as 100%. And then if you are wondering the VAT inclusive cost, what does it mean? VAT inclusive cost means the basic cost, the cost of the item together with VAT. So if the VAT inclusive cost will be 100%. Please understand that. 100 representing the basic cost. So it will be 100 plus the VAT rate. Because when you add the VAT rate to, the original cost of an item is 100%. So if you are adding the VAT rate to it, you have gotten the original cost of the item plus VAT. So it defines VAT inclusive cost. Second part. Mumfime.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but this thing we did it under depreciation. We did something similar. I'm just using the same ideology. So from this you can use it to solve any question. You can use it to solve any question. This establishment. If you want to make it a formula, if you want to make this thing a formula right now, okay, a formula right now. Let's say we want to make basic cost a subject. Cross multiply. It will be BC times what? It will be BC times 100.
100%.
Yeah, 100% plus X%, right? Then it will be equal to VAT IC times what? 100%, right? Like you cross multiply. So
Yeah.
if you want to make BC the subject, what happens?
You divide both side by.
Yeah, so BC, I'm coming. You let me do it here. We are not, because of space. Yeah, just divide by 100% plus what? X, right? You have to divide by 100% plus what? X. This one cancels that. I'm coming. So I just want you to keep this mother formula in mind. Every other formulas will come from this. Yeah, so you end up having BC, this because this cancels that. So basic cost will be equal to what? VAT inclusive cost, right? All over what? 100 plus X right? All percent, isn't it? Times 100. It's what is at the top. I've written it well for you. That's all. It's nothing. Yeah. Simple. You've gotten Formula 1. It is Formula 1. From this same, the first mother equation, okay. If I ask you to go home and go and make VAT inclusive cause the subject. Yeah. Yeah. Go home and make VAT inclusive cause the subject. All right. In our next lecture, I'll ask you.
Yeah.
So just play with it. Yes, sir. Is someone asking me a question?
Same.
Did someone ask a question?
No, say.
Okay.
Mm.
Basic costs. The one by the those are the
So that is it. But if you are very good with change of subject, just the first one I circle, just use it. Like basic course equals 100, VAT inclusive courses, 100 plus X, and yeah, any question you can use to solve. So in a question, if they say VAT rate, meaning you are looking for that X. Yeah. All right. So in our next lecture, I'll ask you, then I'll use it to solve questions. But even with this, you can go and solve any question on that part. All right. So this brings us to the end of today's lecture. In our next lesson, I will actually elaborate more on VAT because we just introduced that. All right. Remember to also like the video and then share to your friends so we get a lot of views on this lesson. Okay, I'm proceeding to end the recording.